Texas Tech ended its three-game losing streak after defeating Arkansas, 67-64, in United Supermarkets Arena. Sophomore guard Davide Moretti led the team with 21 points, shooting 6-9 on FGs, 3-6 on three-pointers and 6-7 on free throws. Sophomore guard Jarrett Culver had 15 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists and shot 5-12 on FGs, 4-5 on three-pointers and 1-4 on free throws. He also had 3 steals. Redshirt senior guard Matt Mooney had 12 points, 2 assists and 3 rebounds. Redshirt senior forward Tarek Owens came away with 3 blocks in the game. In the post-game press conference, head coach Chris Beard, Moretti and Mooney spoke with the media. Chris Beard in his opening statement, Beard thanked the crowd and especially the season ticket holders for not only buying the tickets but also coming to the game. He also said he thinks Tech has one of the best home courts when the students show up. Beard later touched on Moretti's development as a team leader. Last year, played a nice role as a young player in this league, played his best basketball in March, persevered through times in the middle of the season where the game was just hard for him, had a great summer, he's trying to find that next level. To win in this league in the SEC is no different. To win a BCS game, you have to have 3 or 4 people show up and play great. Morrow is starting to find some consistency where he's one of those guys that we're relying on. Malik Ondigo, before the game, was in a boot and on crutches and Beard gave an update on what happened. He just rolled his ankle yesterday. He was up until the game kind of questionable. I think the boot and all that is precautionary. I'm not a big fan of the boot, man. I tore my ACL and I didn't wear a brace one time, but Malik's a tough kid, he's just doing what the doctor and trainer tell him. So, in no way am I saying Malik is soft, he's just, but I'm not a doctor, but you know what I'm talking about. The boot, if it's broke, put it in the boot, but if it's not broke, I don't know, it's just me. Regarding Kyler Edwards, Beard described him as a process to develop. I think he's trying really hard. I've liked his attitude and the kind of effort and just being dialed in the last 2 games. He's one of our best players. We're going to kind of need him to figure it out as it goes on, but I do like his approach when talking about the mistakes and turnovers. Beard said this team has turned the ball over more than any team he has ever coached. This starts with me looking in the mirror and just try to continue to do the best job I can. Beard said he thought his team showed a lot of mental toughness tonight. Speaking of Avery Benson, Beard said he hopes Benson stays at Tech because he thinks Benson will be a great player in the Big 12 and will be sitting up at the tables in post-game press conferences with him, celebrating some big March moments. He also told Benson this morning, "If you don't think I'm not going to play you today, you don't know me." He described TCU as an NCAA tournament team and in the fight for the Big 12 Conference Championship. "My opinion, they're one of the best teams in the country. We'll have to play really well." He also expressed his gratitude for having a big Monday game for his team and called upon the fans and students to sell out the game Monday night at 8 p.m. Davide Moretti said the team was not aggressive at the end of the first half, so after halftime, they came out and were more aggressive. Be more aggressive was the first key of the game. Beard then commented about how low Moretti talks. "I always thought he sounded kind of cool, like that world's most interesting man on those Dos Equis commercials, and it just hit me. You talk low," Beard said. Matt Mooney pointed out that his offensive game was not great, emphasizing the 5 turnovers he had. "I did see a couple of buckets go down early in the second half, so it felt good to get a few shots." Avery Benson played in just 1 minute of the game, but made his name known when he showed off effort on diving for a ball and sacrificing his body. Avery shows up every day and works his tail off. When you put him in the game, you know what you're going to get out of him. He's going to hustle. He's going to dive on loose balls. He's one of the toughest dudes I've ever been around. Mooney then talked about how it felt to put the losing streak behind them. "Definitely feels great to get a win. Arkansas is a real good team, so it feels good to get a win against them, but at the same time, we got a lot of work to do to get better. TCU is a real good team, so we can't really celebrate too long for this one because they're coming up in less than 48 hours.